Guys, welcome back. I want to go over the 59 with you. It's pretty much done. Couple little tiny things I need to do. My buddy's gonna come over tomorrow. The shifter was sloppy between park and reverse. It had a lot of play in it, and I can't get on the ground underneath the car right now because of my knee. So he's gonna come down tomorrow, and we bought new bushings to replace, because that looks like that's the problem. Is they looked fine when I put it together, but one of them started crumbling a little bit, so I ordered a pair because each side has one on the rod. So I'm gonna replace both of them. And I bought two extra ones because I'm sure the other 59 hardtop I'm gonna be doing in the back is probably gonna end up in the same situation. So I got two extra ones for the other car. So let's go take a look at it. I'm gonna open the hood up, open the trunk, open the interior up, show it all to you real quick. And like I said, I just have a few last little minor things to do here and there. I've been trying to come out here an hour or two a day. I'm starting to walk a little bit better now. I don't have a doctor's appointment until the 13th of January, so I have no idea what I did to my knee. So I'm just trying to take it a little bit easy. I don't want to damage it worse than it is. But let's start with the engine compartment. Let's open up the hood and take a look at it. Or, you know, let's take a walk around the outside first. It's all been waxed. I buffed it final time, cleaned up the chrome and stuff like that. I'm sure it's going to get dirty again. You know, it's got to get shipped to California. But just give you a quick once around here. Trunk lid's not shut because I was going to open it. Since we're back here, let's just open up the trunk. You got to put your spare tire forward first, and then you can lift the trunk up. And obviously there's a bunch of parts and stuff in here, so that's all got to get taken out. But that's pretty much the trunk and the new weather stripping and all that stuff on there. So let's go. We'll take a look at the interior. Keys are still in the back of the trunk, so I don't want to lock that. Let's go on the driver's side here. So we have an all original looking interior. That's just a bag on the floor to keep the carpet from getting dirty. Original carpet. Let me flip this seat back here. Got the speaker grill painted to match the dashboard. Here's the dashboard. It's dusty, needs wiped off. Visors up here. So we picked a green color that kind of matches the green between the dark and the second darkest in the seat for the dashboard. I didn't pick it. The guy who did the car for did. So let's take a look under the hood now. Oh, this has power windows, power vent windows. Sound deadening on all the floor underneath the carpet, and I believe there's probably padding on the carpet as well. Let me open the hood here. I'm gonna put my camera on the tripod. Okay, so what we have under the hood is a 348 tri-power. Okay, it's not a 429 or whatever, 409. A lot of people think it is. It's actually a 358. So it's got the 3 carburetors on it. That's a special air cleaner for those carburetors. That is a remade original air cleaner. It has power disc brakes. It's got the original fan shroud, but we went with the guy who was getting the car, went with an electric fan, which is in there, and it runs off this relay right here. So when the car gets up to temperature, it automatically turns it on. And then he wanted to change out the power steering, because he wanted an alternator, not a generator. So this is actually an alternator that looks like a generator. The original generator had the power steering pump on the back of it, and the hoses went to the back of the alternator because that was a separate unit that was driven by the belt through the generator. So we switched all that out to a 12-volt alternator that looks original, and put in this Saginaw power steering system, which was hell to put on. It was very close fit. everything was very close tolerances. I had to make a little notch down here so that we wouldn't have any clearance issues, but we only have 3/16 to a 1/4 inch space between this gearbox and the pulley itself. It's got like it's like an 80s style S10 GM style pump, and it's pretty much about it with that. It was difficult, you know. The kit came with the wrong brackets, and it was a bit of work to get it to fit, but we got it to fit. It came with a big plate right here that had to get mounted to the side of the frame, and I think that was just to space this out so that the geometry was correct with the steering shaft. And the steering shaft, if I remember correctly, is all new up to here, up to this point here. That came with that piece as well. This is the old box for the generator, which that's not currently being used. It's still partially hooked up. Just kind of left it in there so it looked original. The guy I originally did the car for wanted all the inside wheel wells, core support, under the hood and everything gloss black, so that's why it's gloss black. Originally from the factory it would have been a satin black. He likes the gloss black better, and to be honest with you, it does look pretty good like that. Could use another wipe down. It's still dusty in here. I'll probably wipe it down once, but I'm sure by the time it gets a truck ride all the way to California, it's probably gonna be dusty and dirty anyways. White convertible top to match the white stripe on the side of the car. That's how it was originally. Wheel skirts, these are the cruiser skirts, the 9-inch cruiser skirts. They make a 9 and a 12. I guess the 12s are not popular, but the 9s are. So it has a 9-inch cruiser skirt with 2 portholes and 2 stars. I know some guys do 2 portholes and 3 stars. I've seen 3 portholes and 2 stars, and you know, you get the idea. It's just kind of all a personal preference on what you want it to look like. All the stainless was taken off the car, straightened and repolished. All the chrome was redone as well. Maybe some of the pieces might have been missing and he got them for me. I don't know. I wasn't part of that part. I just the trim and everything was off the car when the car came here. The car was in a million pieces when this car came here, and the problem is what happened with this car was the guy who owned it from the 80s. He had it in the 80s on. Well, he ended up passing away, and the car was blown apart into a million pieces, and he never finished it. So it sat in the garage with parts everywhere, and somebody bought it, and I don't think they got all the parts out of the garage, or the guy didn't have all the parts or something like that. So we were missing a lot of things that were really hard to come by. So I don't know if maybe the guy had more than one, you know, and maybe he took parts from this one to finish another one. We don't know. We don't know the whole story. The lady wanted it out of the garage, so, you know, it came here. Nothing was tight. Everything was loose. Suspension and all. The frame was already done and the underbody was already done. We didn't do anything with that. It's in pretty good shape. Is it perfect? No. Is it good? Yes. But we did not mess with the underside of the car. That wasn't part of the deal to do that. Did fix a couple floor pans, which are in my videos, but other than that, we didn't do anything else as far as the frame and stuff like that. Has all new splash guards in here, all new weather stripping on the doors, new cowl weather stripping, new weather stripping on the trunk lid. The windows are all new weather stripping, new bump stops everywhere. The front grille, he had it chromed rather than that just being stainless steel, because the chrome looks way better and it's easier to take care of. When you get bugs and stuff splattering on the front grille, it's a lot easier to clean it off when it's chrome versus the stainless look. New hood insulation, obviously. I don't know if these came in the car or if he got those for me. I'm not sure. Those hold the hood insulation in place. You know, this metal rod with these plastic inserts. Original hood. Pretty much all the body parts on the car came with the car. I don't think there was anything that wasn't. I'm trying to think if there's any body parts that I was missing. Maybe the rear center valance, lower valance was possibly missing, but I don't remember. We added that Continental kit on the back. Obviously that was not with the vehicle when it came. Added the wheel skirts, that was not with the vehicle when it came. Put the dual antennas on there. There was not an antenna on here on the back of the car when the car came. But yeah, this is the whole rear. So the rear bumper, obviously the center section of the rear bumper is different, and the Continental kit and all that stuff. And then you have to, you know, change the where you fill your gas up and all that. That all has to get moved out from where it was originally. He had all these re-chromed because those usually look like crap and they're always dented up and stuff. So those were sent to California. All the dents and dings hammered out of those and all the trim and everything. And I believe those are chromed and everything else is polished. They did such a good job polishing the stuff that a lot of it looks like chrome. You know, that will dull over time. You got to take care of it. There's a lot to take care of here. A lot of chrome, a lot of stainless. But that's about it. Top's nice and tight. See any wrinkles or anything in it? You know, nothing out of the ordinary, let's put it that way. That's pretty typical. That actually might even tighten up a little bit once it gets in the sun. This has not been in the sun. Now, unfortunately, this car has not been driven other than on and off a trailer and in and out of the shop here and a couple other places. We can't do that because it is winter time and we are actually getting a snowstorm right now. So can't take it on the road. So it's going to have to get test driven when it makes it to California. Is there going to be some minor adjustments to the motor and stuff? Possibly, yes. Is it running pretty good? Yes. But a carburetor in Ohio running is going to run completely different in California. I don't care what anybody says. More than likely, the air-fuel mixture is going to be a little bit off. You know, it might need some adjustments here and there. I got to check the timing because I think it was hanging up a little bit. Might have to turn that distributor back a hair. I'll do that in another day or two here. But we're going to get that shifter linkage bushings changed out, and a couple of odds and ends, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be leaving here within a few days. The guy I did it for will be back in town, I think on the 5th, and he's coming to get it. And then it's shipper's going to be picking it up from his shop, and that'll be the end of it. And then as soon as this is complete, we're going to be finishing up this dually. We're going to be working on it later on this week. I'm going to be hanging the fender, the core support, the new radiator, the air conditioning condenser, start cleaning up the motor and stuff like that. I have to paint the bottom side of the hood, so once this leaves, I can get the bottom side of the hood painted, get that bolted on, and then we're going to be ready to get this in the spray booth and get this all shot pearl white. I was looking at the tailgate and stuff that I already have painted, and it dried up, and there's quite a bit of orange peel on it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to 600 grit the tailgate down and re-clear it. So I'm going to kind of go over some of the parts now that they've been sitting for a couple months, and I might do a quick 600 wet sand and do a flow coat, 2 coats of flow clear over top, and it'll be way easier and a lot less work to buff out afterwards. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Oh, one more thing. Once this is done, the 59 hard top is going to be coming in here. So I'm going to be doing a whole nother hard top. I believe I'm doing it. I got to talk to the guy who owns it to see if I'm doing a complete car to where it is running and driving when it leaves here or what. I don't know the whole situation yet. But that's going to be next on the list. And a 72 Mustang convertible, which has been sitting here for a long time. I painted it like 15 years ago. And the guy never put it together. It sat in the garage. It's got a little bit of paint issues here and there on it. So I'm probably going to end up touching up the paint. Might even re-clear the whole car. I'm not sure yet. But I need to do some cleaning up on it, finish putting it together for him, and get it running and driving. So that'll be another car that I need to get done. And then there's a couple more back there, and I'm sure I'll have plenty more coming. So there's going to start being a lot of videos again showing up, probably several a week, as I get back into working out here a lot more again. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys later.